for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag. I'm about to get in it. I'm like, bad, it gets a habit. You should know it's automated. I've been getting to it. I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just want
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The give to Taylor. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Running back, again, the ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 40 now on second down. Jones got his man complete over the middle. It's Manning. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Falcon first down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
To number 81,
Hayden Hurst. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
He is good.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Check. Watch the safety creep.
Burrow on on play action. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And they go play action now. Burrow. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
1-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Now Jones. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now Jones on 3rd down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. He's got the first down here inside the 30, and all the way down to the 25-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
16 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
Off the play fake. Jones. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Jones now going to throw again into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. He's at the 30, the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. So that's going to change the course of things. They had a good drive work and a chance to really open things up here in the first quarter. Instead, the defense, they got exactly what they needed.
Yeah, they certainly did, because making that type of a play gives them confidence moving forward and maybe makes them a little more reticent on the offensive side of the ball.
Because if the touchdown had gone the other way, this thing could have started to get ugly early. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, and he slings one that's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Intercepted by the Falcons. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 22.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones is going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get this down to the 10. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Burrow will throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. Seibert's kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
4-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Just don't want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's Jones off the bootleg. He'll get that one to Taylor complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Throwing, Jones. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Jones to throw on third down. Throw left side complete. That's Manning. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 15 yards, first down Atlanta. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And it's third down.
Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bengals drive about to get going as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now Jones throwing on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Off play action. Jones. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. Badgley able to punch this one through. So we've reached halftime here. Charleston's already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs set to get to football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
10 at the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
A nice performance last week. Recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has. But I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Atlanta.
On the counter, it's Taylor. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons push further out in front. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Watch the run. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. You better be afraid of me. 70 Lions. Be afraid of me. Hey, street.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 50. Hey, watch it.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
45, 45. Mike, 45. Red 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Shit, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 4th down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bengals bring out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Their own 42-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Looking to throw. Jones. And Jones has it over the middle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Taylor. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
At the 21-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
57
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Falcons.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 8-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown.
To Julio Jones.
Julio Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Falcons 27, Bengals 9. Sterling Hoffrichter.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Burrow looking to pass. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off at the 33. And the return will stop right around the 25. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off down at the 2. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. And he's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. 54's Mike, 54's Mike.
Here's Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Mecole Hardman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
The score, Falcons 27, Bengals 16.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. On the return, here's Hall. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They go to the ground again with Taylor. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. They'll run with Taylor. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Second and 10 now, Burrow. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Burrow. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Falcons, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.